Hey, true crime fans, buckle up. This one's gonna chill you to the bone. Picture this. It's a cold November night in 1982, and Amie Hoffman, an 18-year-old cheerleader, steps into the dark parking lot of a New Jersey mall after work. 1 second, she's there, keys in hand, ready to head home. The next, she's gone like she never existed. 12 days later, Deirdre O'Brien, a 25-year-old waitress, bangs on a truck driver's door at 4 a.m., soaked in blood, gasping. "He stabbed me." She describes a bearded man before taking her final breath. 2 young women, 2 brutal attacks, 1 small town frozen in fear. Who's hunting them and why? If this already gives you goosebumps, hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into New Jersey's darkest nightmare. Let's go. Morris County, New Jersey. 1982 was the kind of place where trust came easy. Neighbors waved doors, stayed unlocked, and kids played outside till dark. But that safety, it died overnight. Amie Hoffman was 18, a Korean adoptee who lit up every room. A senior at Parsippany Hills High School, she was a cheerleader, a friend to everyone, and worked part-time at the surprise store in the Morris County Mall. Amie was the girl you couldn't help but love, her friends said. Her smile contagious, her future bright. Deirdre O'Brien, 25, was just as vibrant. A Seton Hall grad, she waitressed at the Library restaurant, lived with her parents in Mendham Township, and dreamed of a bigger life. Hard-working, always home on time, she was the daughter every parent adored. But Amie and Deirdre had something else in common. They were both taken from their cars in Cedar Knolls, just miles apart. And when it happened, everyone started whispering the same terrifying words, serial killer. Let's start with Amie. It's November 23, 1982, around 9 p.m. She finishes her shift at the surprise store, grabs her purse, and heads to her car in the mall's parking lot. Picture this, the lot's dimly lit holiday shoppers bustling nearby, but it's late and the air's cold. Amie never makes it home. Her car's found hours later, door wide open, purse still on the seat keys, dangling in the ignition. It's like she was snatched into thin air. 2 days later, on Thanksgiving, a couple walking near Mendham Reservoir in Randolph Township spots something in the water. It's Amie. She's floating, still wearing her brown sweater-plaid skirt and cowgirl boots, a haunting image that sticks with you. The cops find traces of semen, tire marks nearby, and fibers on her clothes. Witnesses at the mall report a guy hanging around, but their descriptions are all over the place. Bearded, clean-shaven, who knows the town's already on edge, and this is just the beginning. 12 days later, December 5th, Deirdre O'Brien's driving home from the library. It's late, the roads in Morris Township are quiet. Hold up, someone forces her off the road. She's driven 30 miles to a rest stop on Interstate 80 in Alamuchee Township. At 4 a.m., a truck driver hears desperate banging on his door. It's Deirdre, covered in blood, barely able to stand. "I've been stabbed," she gasps, and with her last breath, she gives the cops a lifeline. He's tall, thin, bushy hair, bearded. She dies at Hackettstown Community Hospital. But her words, they're a game changer. Cops find tire marks at the rest stop, fibers on her clothes, and get this, they match the ones from Amie's scene. Morris County turns into a ghost town. Women stop going out alone. Cops issue warnings, but the fear's real. Nowhere feels safe anymore. 2 women, 2 car abductions, 1 monster. Who is he? The cops know they're dealing with something big. They form a task force connecting the dots: car abductions, stabbings, same town, same MO. They're thinking serial killer. But then on January 16, 1983, a guy named James Koedatich, 34, calls 911 from Route 24. He's bleeding, says he was stabbed by someone in a car with flashing green lights. Okay, get this. The cops figure out he stabbed himself. Like what? Trying to play the victim. This guy's a walking red flag. They check his 1970 Chevrolet, and boom, it matches descriptions from the mall parking lot, and the rest stop. Fibers and foam from his car's interior. They're a perfect match for Amie and Deirdre's clothes. His car's practically screaming guilty. But here's where it gets wilder. A psychic named Nancy Weber steps in before Koudadich is even a suspect. She tells the cops she sees a tall, thin man with dark hair driving a beat-up Chevy with darkness in his soul. Creepy, right? She nails details only the cops know. Was she reading his mind? Or just too close to the case? Let's talk about Koudadich. This guy's not new to trouble. Back in 1971, he killed his roommate in Florida, served 11 years for it. In prison, he killed another inmate in 1973, but claimed self-defense and walked. He'd been out just a few months when Amie and Deirdre were taken. Living with his mom in Morristown, working as an apartment complex manager, he seemed normal until you dig deeper. Those tire marks, those fibers that Chevy. They tie him to both scenes. And Deirdre's dying words, tall, thin, bearded. That's Koudadich to a T. On January 19, 1983, the cops arrest him for Deirdre's murder. By December 15th, they charge him for Amie's too. The evidence is stacking up. But this guy, he's not done playing games. Fast forward to the trials. In October 1984, Koudadich faces court for Amie's case. He's convicted of murder, kidnapping, rape, and weapons charges. The judge hands down a death sentence, but in 1988, New Jersey's Supreme Court overturns it, switching it to life with a 30-year minimum. For Deirdre, he's convicted of kidnapping, and murder gets another life sentence because the jury can't agree on death. He's serving them back-to-back in New Jersey State Prison. In the courtroom, Amie's mom, Florence, sobs so hard, she's asked to sit in the back. Her grief's too loud for the judge. Deirdre's dad, James O'Brien, channels his pain differently. He becomes a victim's rights advocate fighting for justice so no one else feels this loss. Koudadich, now 77, tried to stir things up in 2017, pushing for a DNA test in Amie's case, claiming he's innocent. They tested one semen slide in 2018, but the DNA was too degraded to tell. He stayed quiet since locked away with parole, a faint hope in 2038. Morris County was never the same after 1982. Trust vanished. Doors locked tight. Women carried fear instead of freedom. But from this darkness, something powerful emerged. Deirdre's dad, James O'Brien, took his unbearable grief and built Deirdre's house, a center in Morristown, for kids who faced abuse or neglect. Since 1996, it's helped over 58,000 children heal from monsters like the one who took his daughter. Picture this, a father broken by loss, turning that pain into hope for thousands. Amie, the cheerleader who lit up every room, and Deirdre, the dreamer with a big future, they were stolen from the world, but their legacies live on. James made sure of that. Their stories break your heart, but they also remind us to hold tight to what matters. Want to honor Amie and Deirdre? Visit deirdreshouse.org to support their work. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of this case? Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep their names alive. Thanks for diving into this chilling story with me. Stay safe out there.